You've seen how a paragraph style can change the formatting for an entire paragraph, but wouldn't it be cool if you could automatically format different parts of a paragraph differently? For example, let's select this text frame, zoom into 400% by pressing Command 4 or Control 4 on Windows, and look at these run-in heads. I'd really like to make this word and this colon bold, and these three words plus the colon bold. Can I do that automatically? Absolutely. It's called creating a nested style. Here's how it works. I'm going to edit the paragraph style for that paragraph. If I'm not sure what it is, I simply double-click on it to place a cursor there, look in the Paragraph Styles panel and see what's selected. Fact text. Great. I'll right-click on it or control-click with a one-button mouse, edit that, and now we can add our nested style. Nested styles live in the Drop Caps and Nested Styles pane of the Paragraph Style Options dialog box. We've talked about drop caps in a previous chapter. Here we're going to focus on nested styles. To make a nested style, you simply click the New Nested Style button. Now I need to choose a character style out of this pop-up menu. If you don't have a character style made yet, you can choose New Character Style. But in this document, I've already created a character style that I want to use. And that character style is going to make that text bold condensed. Now I need to tell InDesign what part of the paragraph should get that character style applied to it. It always starts at the beginning of the paragraph, and then it's going to go through one word. Now, even though the preview checkbox is turned on, I cannot see that nested style take effect until I click in the blank area below here, or click OK. I'll click down there. That makes the nested style take effect, and I can see that it's working. It's making it bold condensed through one word. That works great for the first line, but it doesn't work so well for the next. How do I make this go bold all the way through the colon? Well, to do that, I can change these values, and I change them by clicking on them. If I click on the word through, you can see that you suddenly get a pop-up menu with two options, through or up to. In this case, I'm going to leave it set to through. If I click on 1, I can edit that. In this case, I'm going to leave it set to 1. The thing I really need to change here is words. So I click on that, and you'll see that you have many different options for things you can choose here. Through one sentence, through one character, one letter, or so on. But what I'm looking for, that colon character, is not listed here. So am I out of luck? No, because I can simply change this word, the thing that says words, to any character I want. For example, I can type a colon. In fact, here's a super secret trick. You can type more than one character if you want. For example, I'll type a colon, a question mark, and an exclamation point. When you have more than one character listed inside this field, InDesign will make this bold through one of any of these. It doesn't search for that string of characters, it just picks any one of those, whichever one it finds first. I'll click in this blank area down here, and let's check it out, move the dialog box out of the way a little bit, and we can see that it is now applying the character style through the colon in all instances. So that's a great way to handle run-in heads like this. However, there's a rub. Let me click OK, and I'm going to zoom back to fit the whole spread in the window with Command-Option-0 or Control-Alt-0, and I'm going to zoom in on this paragraph on the right side of the page. Let's go into 400% there. Now we can see that whenever there's a colon in the paragraph, it's going to work great. But in this case, it doesn't know when to stop applying that character style, so it does it through the entire paragraph. That's not what I want. I want it to stop after the word trees, but there's no colon there. Of course, I could type one, or I could type an exclamation point or question mark since I set up my nested style like that, but that's not what I want. What I want is it just to stop. Is there any way to tell InDesign to just stop the nested style? There is, but you have to insert a special character. To do that, I go to the Type menu, scroll all the way down to Insert Special Character, and in the Other submenu, I see the feature I'm looking for, End Nested Style here. When I insert that character into the text, you can see that the nested style all of a sudden stops working after it. It's an invisible character, so you don't have to be afraid of it somehow printing differently. It just tells InDesign to stop any nested style at that point. You can see how powerful nested styles can be. Now let me show you one more, slightly more complex example. Here in my flower catalog, I'm going to select one of these text frames and zoom into 400%, and I can see that I have a SKU number on the left side, followed by a price. Let's format that. It already has a paragraph style applied to it, so I'm going to double-click on it to open the Paragraph Style Options dialog box. I'll come over here and click on Drop Caps and Nested Style, and let's make our nested style. I'll start by clicking on New Nested Style, and I'm going to say I want to apply bold through one word. Let's try it out. Great, I've now formatted my SKU number. Now I'm going to create a new nested style, and I want it to apply no character style all the way up to that period. So I'll change this to up to 1 period. Simple as that. Now I need to move my dialog box out of the way a little bit more because I have a small screen, and I want to apply something to this period. The something that I want to apply is for it to go away. I want to make it disappear. So I'm going to create a new nested style, and I'm going to create a new character style. And my new character style is going to be called disappear. Of course, you can call it anything you want. But here's what I do when I want to make something disappear. First, I change its character color to none. It's going to be filled with none. That way it doesn't print at all. The next thing I'm going to do is change its size to something tiny, like 1 point. And I'll go to Advanced Character Formats and set its horizontal scale to something really tiny, like 1%. So there we go. I've made a disappear character style that makes a character pretty much disappear. I'll click OK, and I'm going to apply it to my nested style. I'm going to apply disappear through one character. Let's change this over to one character. Great. So I now have bold through one word, none up to the period, then disappear through one character, and finally, I want to apply one last nested style, which is going to be my superscript character style that I've already created, through one word, in this case, till the end of the paragraph. Click OK, and let's see if it worked. We have bold for the SKU number, nothing up until the period was removed, and the 99 cents became superscript. Let's see what it looked like before with a Command-Z or Control-Z on Windows. That's before. And now Command-Shift-Z or Control-Shift-Z for after. Before and after looks great. As I've said before, I'm all about productivity and automating mundane tasks, and it's hard to get any more automated than nested styles doing all the hard work for you.